this is what we're doing. Let me get rid of all that stuff now. Yeah, this is what we're doing today. Just for an hour, I think. We're going to be making some more of these things. These are what I'm calling like orc banner things. It's just made out of cardboard. We're not going to get as detailed as this tonight with all the rivets and things like that, but this is one I just played around making last night. Yeah, so I wanted to do something like this for the Orktober, the Tober of Orcs, and that's what we're going to do. You can see down there in the, what corner is that? Below, that is the Freebooters Pirate Back banner. This is from War the Orcs, I believe. Let me actually bring that up so I actually see it. You can't see it. No, it's actually Freebooters First Edition. So I don't want to lose the page here. So what page is this? 15. Let's go back up to the front. Oh my goodness. Freebooters. Look at that cover. Classic orc cover. How good are Freebooters? Look at that pirate hat. It's so good. But that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making it. Not quite the same design, but close enough to it, I think. So yeah, because it is October. I mean, honestly, pretty easy to make. I have been, I can't even reach from here. I've been making some like orc terrain based on the Kill Team Arctarius box set, which has been fun. We did a stream for that the other day. You can check out the stream in the channel. But yeah, so let's get cracking on. It's really not that difficult to make. It's just cutting out shapes of different sizes, and I'm keen to paint these just to see what they look like. So let's do it. Right, I've got all cables everywhere. I'm just trying out some new lights as well, so I might play around with them for a little bit as well. Yeah, it didn't quite do as what I thought, but that's alright. At least you got the side of my head. Let me know if the music isn't loud enough or it's too loud, and we will get on our way. Right. So first of all, we want like a pretty solid base. Got some orcs here, some old orcs, and this guy hasn't got his arms yet. I love orc banner poles. I was originally thinking of doing some of the poles like this. It doesn't really focusing. For some reason it doesn't want to focus, and I'm not sure why. It's really annoying. Oh well. But it's a little bit fiddly, I guess. Yeah. I just love orcs. I love the old orcs. I've got like boxes of the old orcs that I really do need to put together. You know, I might paint some of these on the weekend as well. Do a live stream or something like that. So, these won't be banners that you carry. So you can see like, there's another back pole as well. You can see you've got the different banners. They're not going to be like that. This is going to go on terrain. Basically, I want to make a warband of over-the-top orcs that just love to adorn stuff. So that's what we're going to do. I think I'm going to go like basically the same size as this. So we'll get this guy here. It's bigger than him, but you know, I think it'll be fine. And actually we'll probably go about the same size as him. I think that will be okay. Yeah. So we're just going to sort of layer it up as we go. And I was particularly fussed if it's not quite the right size. But what I will do, I will measure it, and I've lost my pen already. Oh my god. What a disaster. There it is. Let's get this camera back into shot. There we go. So it's going to be about that. So what do you reckon? We'll do it about there, and we'll measure that up. So basically, I don't measure things too much for this, but to get the basic structure, oh, it's like 5 centimeters, 2 inches, perfect. Okay, so that's going to be, just thinking what it could be out that way. You don't want to be too big. 3 inches, 3.5, 4. I'm sure there's some way to get like the perfect size for it, but we'll see. That could be right. So we want it to be 4, we'll go 4 centimeters. For now, we can always cut it back later if it's too big. So we did that as 4 centimeters. Right, let's measure this puppy up. Yeah, so it's about there. And you know what? If it's not straight, I don't care. It's orc stuff. Actually, so let's just talk about materials. We're only going to use big 3 thicknesses. So this is the thickest one. This is like a couple of mils thick. Then there's a thinner one that you can't really see at the moment. And then there's like thin card, which is kind of like just, you know, cereal box, pizza box kind of card. So nothing too crazy. And super glue. That's it. And a pen. And a knife. That's pretty much all you need. We're using like different kinds of knives throughout the build, but you know, it doesn't really matter. Alright, so that's all of that stuff out of the way. The rest of the build just, you know, just happens by itself. It's really not difficult stuff to do. Like the other one, where's this one? This one. This was super rough. I literally just like cut out bits. The skull took the longest, and it was like less than an hour, 20 minutes. Well, probably 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Nothing too difficult at all. So yeah, just being like super careful with that. Yeah, that's not even straight. I can tell from here it's not straight, but it's not too bad. It'll be fine. It'll be all right. Okay, so the design on screen. So we've got. So the idea for this is traditionally you would print this out and you would paint it or color it in and you'd stick it on just on a bit of paper and stick it in. What I'm going to do with this is make it more 3D. So you can already see on this one, this is sort of like the test idea. You've got like the base bottom bit, then you've got the outside section, and then you've got the bits in the middle. So in this one, we're having like, I can probably do it in here better. The outside bit, which is like squares, the skull bit, the fist glyph, and then the few other glyphs. But because they've got this, I guess, vertical pattern, I'm thinking I might do something a bit interesting with that. I'm not going to make it exact to this, but you know, we're going to get pretty close. So it's 4 centimeters. So on this thing, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I guess, vertical sections. Math's hard. I'm not going to do like super specifically. All I know is that with this one, let's just, you know, we'll just trace it out. Honestly, I'm just going to trace it. I'm not that fussed with getting it right either. Because it's orcs, man. You know, orcs. Orcs do what orcs do. Actually need this bit to cut out. So I'm going to do it pretty rough. But, you know, get the lines mostly right. In this, we want to do it in some strips that it fits on here. So I'm just trying to think the best way to do this, just to measure out, because it's 4 centimeters. We can do 8. I think we just do 8, so half a centimeter each. Yeah, we'll do half a centimeter each. Let's measure it out properly. Half a centimeter each, and then we will just see how it goes. Might not be wide enough. Let's actually get it on camera. Because I've got the image on screen in the stream, it makes it a bit difficult to actually judge where I should be putting things. Alright. And the reason I'm doing this is I want this to have a lot of depth and texture. Even though I could, as you can see on this one, I don't know if you can see it because it keeps going blurry, but I just like scored lines in here. It's okay. It didn't quite give me the feel that I wanted, but you know what? Let's actually do that. I changed my mind. Let's do that and we'll see. So we don't want to cut all the way through. We just want to score it. I want to see what that looks like. That could work. I mean, I could come back in later with something a bit duller just to give a little bit of separation, which I think I can do with a pen. I think that will work. So I just wanted to sort of do a scoring line to start with. Yeah, I think this is going to work. And The marking's already out, but you know what? It's fine. I'm not that fussed. So I've still got a couple more to do. So if you know the freebooters, these colours would be like blue and white, I think, off the top of my head. I think it's blue and white, but I have been looking at a lot of Death Skull stuff, so I could be wrong there. So that's not too bad. So it actually does curve out a bit, so it is pretty deep. That's all right. Let's try. That might work better actually. Yeah, so that's spread it apart a little bit. Can't really see because it's a bit blurry, but has spread it a bit, which is nice. So I'll just do that. And it, honestly, you want to keep it straight, but I don't think doing that's going to be too much of a problem if you've got the guidelines. But even if you do, it's orc stuff. Come on, guys. It's easy. It's easy to make mistakes, and it doesn't matter. Really does not matter. There we go. So that's a little bit cool. Yeah, and then we'll just glue that on there like that. And we've got some glue here, some strips. With this camera, I've got to keep it super close to this. Was actually an iPhone, so I can't get it too much further away because you can't really zoom in that much. So come on, glue, out you come. Oh, I was having so much problems with this glue last night. I just did not want to play nicely. Come on. Oh, it would help if I actually opened the glue properly. No, they didn't help at all. I don't know why this glue has just started to lock up. I didn't have that problem before. There we go. Oh, that's too much. That's right though. Make a little stick. I'll spread that around a bit. Oh, I'm getting glue everywhere. That's all right though. Okay. There we go. Sandwich that down a bit. Move it around. It's a little bit bigger, but that's fine. We can come back and cut that up later. I'm not that fussed by it, to be honest. Yeah, it is a lot bigger, but that's fine. I'm just cleaning up the edges as well. All right, let that dry a bit. So we need to get a little, pick this up again, the bit that goes sort of on the outside. So in the image I got on screen, that doesn't have the left-hand side, but I'm going to be doing that because this is meant to be for a backpack. So, you know, we don't really need that. All right, so let's actually get this on camera as well. I don't have much room here, so it's a little frustrating. So we're gonna do this super thin. I mean, I'm not even gonna measure, I'm gonna eyeball it because I don't think it's gonna be that much of a hassle. And if it doesn't add up, that's fine, because the idea is that this is meant to be like metals and woods and things, as opposed to like fabrics that they generally use for the backpacks or the back banner pulls. Right, so yeah, I think that'll be alright. So there's a few ways you can do this. I liked actually having the random elements of the different depths, the widths and the heights, but I think for this it's going to make more sense to actually score it in. So yeah, let's do that. And if I overshoot it, that's fine. I've glue all over me already. Alright, cutting that off. We'll do another one at that depth as well. Right, and this one. Okay, so we need to cut another one here. Or do we? No, let's just build it to the banner pack. Seriously, let's just do that. So, we're going to do similar to what we did here, but there is more spots on this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got to make them less than 8. But what we will do, the first one on this side here will be the same as this. So let's just line that up there like that straight away. That's fine. Just looking, not much of a dent, so we'll cut it a bit. And that's just what I'll do. I'll just make some cuts here. Yes, it would be better if it was all the same size, but at the same time, I like having that little bit of irregularity in there. Alright, that's going to be cut later. Alright, I'll make them a bit deeper. Can't really see what I'm doing, but that's fine, you get the idea. I just want to make those grooves deeper, it'll just be nicer for paint to grab onto. Right. That's good, because I didn't want them to match up perfectly, I want it to be a little bit off. So that's cool. Alright, so we'll just add a bit of glue to here. Actually, a little bit more down here. And you can do this with like different bits of glue as well, like super glue, things like that. Some epoxy glue if you want to go crazy with it, but you don't have to. Come on you get. Right. So yeah, it would be better if these were all square, and you can cut them to be square, but I just figure for this one, I just want to make something quick and nasty. Okay, that bit needs to be recut because it does need to be exact here so it matches up on that last column. So it needs to be 1/2 centimeter. And we can cut off any overhang that's there. Where's the marks? Alright, there it is. Right. Cool, easy. Okay. Get back on there. A little thing. Nice. That works really nicely. As you can see, from that angle, it looks like there's not even one on there, which is great. I kind of want to measure this out properly now. So first things first, we need to get the other end. So this is the other piece that goes on the bottom. So we know it's going to be like that there. So we know that if it goes there, actually if we butt it up, I'm just trying to measure it so it's not, so it doesn't cause too many problems. So it actually lines up. Okay, like that. And like that. Right. Let's get that out of the way. just wanted to bring this one back over. I really like it. I really find it's really funky. Yeah, I like it. It's cool. Okay. So, let's just... So we know that's going to be the end there. Can't rip that off. And then we'll just do some lines. I said I was going to measure this, didn't I? I lied. Okay. You know what? I might turn that music up a bit. There we go, that's better. I didn't realise how low it was before. And we'll bring that one back. Okay, we'll just keep drawing these lines out. And that goes on there like that. Nice. Oh, come on. There we go. Hope we got this around the right way. I don't think it matters. I think they're about the same size. Okay. Yeah, that's on there. That's nice. Not perfectly lined up, but for what we're doing, which is really basic, I think it's fine. Okay. So we've got to do the bottom bit now. Oops. We can always come back and redo the lines. It's not going to be too difficult to do that. Alright, we'll glue that on and then we can cut the extra off. Yeah, it's not perfect, but we're going for Orky, which is quick and dirty. Oops. So it's looking good so far. So, this is where we got to start working on everything else. This structure is actually pretty basic. There's various different glyphs, so we've got to get the 6 glyphs. My inclination is to do it as 6 different panels. So I'm talking about the bottom 6 ones. So you do them as 6 different panels from card. I think it's starting to get to the point where I should do it as thin card. So like the old pizza boxes, whatever, like I did with this one here. That's what I'm thinking. They cut them out fairly roughly, but I want to keep them pretty straight. And then, you know, stick on the bits. It's really not difficult, but it is a matter of measuring out where everything's going to go. So, looking at it, it looks like I'm going to put them sort of along. I don't want to draw too heavily. So it's in that section there, and we got a bigger one there, and we got the skull along there, so it's going to actually move down a lot further. Okay, we've got a basic idea. It's nothing too difficult. So let's just cut out a rectangle, and we'll just go from there. Like seriously, it's going to be so rough, but that's the whole idea. So that's it, but I think that's going to be too big. So I'm going to cut that down a bit. Alright, it's better. Ah! It's stuck to me. So we're going to do it 6. So, what's the best way to do it? That way. Oh, there's a motorbike outside, that's odd. Sometimes they do some like mechanics work in the car park. So yeah, the problem with this bits of card, it's really easy just to tear. Oh yeah, that sucks, that's not right. Because they need to be square. But you know what? Let's actually go. We'll skip the middle fist one, I think. Okay, we'll scrap that bit. Let's go. Just trying to think how big does it need to be. So if we go like that. Obviously that's way too wide. So we want to cut it just about here. Oops. Alright, we'll just change knives to this one. This is a bit easier to use for this kind of card. Alright, we'll cut it down the middle. So these glyphs are smaller than what I normally do. Screw it, I'm gonna have to go just... I don't think I can work that small. Can we get away with 3 wide? Oh, not quite. Can we do 2 by 2? Let's see. Not quite, unless they're smaller. I think we can go 3 by 3. I mean, it pushes it, but if we make them just a bit smaller. And we also have some little offcuts that we can use. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Alright, I think we're just going to glue it on. So I don't know what design we'll put on there yet, but we'll pick out some interesting ones from the banner itself. And it doesn't matter if it's too lopsided or all over the place. Yeah. I think that'll be alright. So banner wise, one was like a square, one's like a... There is a whole list in one of the books. I'm not sure if it's Freebooters or Here We Go or Orcs. It has like a list of all the different ones of what they are. So I think one of the easiest ones to do... Oops. Oh, I've dropped glue on one of the other ones I've already made. Damn. We can go for a little design. I like doing the teeth. I think that's kind of cool, so we'll do that. And the teeth are pretty straightforward. Like, I don't spend too much time doing this. there's one of them. These aren't the best ones I've ever done, but honestly, I don't think it matters too much. Okay. So we get a little bit of glue here. Where's the glue gone? And where's the other tooth? Is that it there? Oh, there it is. Alright, let's sharpen that up a bit. I don't particularly like it. There we go. Alright, there's one. It's disappointing that the camera won't focus on it, but you get the general idea. Another cool one is like an explosion. That's pretty straightforward to do. Just want to copy it from one of the other ones I've done. But you just got to be careful with the size. That'll fit on it. And you can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm cutting it out. Alright, so straightforward to do. It's really not that difficult. Alright, we've got a little glue here that we can use. Actually, I'll use it on that one. I think that's going to be the bigger one. Alright, got that one down. Oops. Sort of glue in there though. That glue's probably going to cause problems later. Yeah, we're getting there. And for the middle one, what are we going to do? It's still lightning bolt. I like doing the lightning bolts. There's no particular meaning to these ones. They're just how they are. Oh, that's going to be too big. Alright, that should be fine. So I'll cut this one out. Get rid of that. Come on, out you come. It should be right there. Oh, it's in that corner. That's alright. We can pull it out. It'll be fine. And we'll fix it up. Okay. So we've got that there. Put a little bit of glue on. Not that it needs much. It's a little bit too big. But you know what? I don't think it matters. I mean, you can't really tell, but it does have a bit of volume, a bit of depth to it, which is nice. Get out of here, little rogue piece. We don't need you. Yeah, I think that'll work nicely. Right. So, the thing now is we've got to do the skull and crossbones. So we're going to skip the fist. I think it's just not worth it at this point in time, just so we can get this kind of finished, and it'll be looking pretty cool. So we need to figure out how big this is going to be. So it's a couple of centimeters. So I'll measure it out. It's going to be like 1, 2, 3. Well, it's really 1, 2, 2.5 by 2. So that's what we'll measure out. Just a bit of card and we can draw on it until we get something we like. So 2.5. This will be the 2.5 by 2. Alright, so that's where it's got to fit. Okay. Alright. Just thinking about it. So we've got like a section here. Skull goes down like that. So the skull's a bit higher. And we've got the skull and crossbones crossing through like that. Okay, that'll be fine. We can draw that. Just draw some weird looking bones. So they're kind of rounded in this image, but I don't particularly mind. It doesn't really matter, does it? Having them at like weird angles makes it easier to cut. Okay. Then they have a square eye. And we've got to do the eye patch somehow. I'm not quite sure how to do that yet. I might do something with that. Then the nose. And then we've got some teeth in there. Alright, I think that's fine. I think that's going to work for what we want. So... maybe it should be on thicker card. I don't really want to put it on thicker card. I think this will be fine. This will be alright. But I will cut it out separately, I think. And I'm going to do the teeth separately too. Because it's always a little bit of a pain. Particularly small teeth. I just want to be careful that I cut the teeth. Alright, how do we go with that? It's pretty close. Pretty close. So we do have the eyes, which I'll put in later. Oh, it does look really small, doesn't it? Looks really small. Ah well, it'll be fine. Might just round a few of these edges, make it a little bit more interesting. You can't even see what I'm putting on there. Okay, so that goes there. I think it's going to be okay. goodness. Just don't have the room. Alright, let's solve that problem. Get rid of that. There we go, that's better. Alright, that should come out pretty easily. There we go. That's the other side. So we're getting there. Yeah, I feel like this should be more pronounced, but I think it'll come out fine. It's just a matter of cutting through everything and get some cool shapes. Alright, that's part of the skull. Yeah, I think that's going to be alright. I do want to fix that though. There we go. And the last bit. Oops. There you come. Alright, so it's going to go there. Cut that little bit off. Yeah, it's not too bad. What I'll do, I'll probably add the eyes and the nose, make that 3D like that. Okay. It's glue time. Alright, so this is the important bit. We've got to get this right in the middle. Is that the middle? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Now, I don't remember what side any of these bones go on, so that's going to be interesting. Oops, put a little bit more glue on there. That's cool. There's that one there. I like it. It's hard to tell because of all the glue at the moment, but we'll come back and clean that in a second. Doesn't matter, let's put that one here. Does have to be down a little bit. Then this one can go there, just like that. I don't actually like that bit. I think we need to chop it. That might be a bit better. Oh, it's not right. There we go. That'll do, that'll do, that'll do. Alright, that bit. So let's do some eyes. So I'm just going to rough hand this. I'm not going to muck around too much. Alright, that's a little too big, but that's fine, we can cut that down a bit. There we go. So it's going to be hard to tell what it looks like until it's painted, but I think you get the general idea. Oh, it's so annoying how it's not focusing. It's meant to focus. Oh well. Okay, now we need the eye patch. Be a bit more careful about this one. So do it pretty thin. So I'm going to do it along there. So that's the strap. And then the eye. Just like that. See what that looks like. I think that eye might be a bit big. So we'll cut it down a bit after we've cut it out. We'll see. Let's have a look. Come on. Oh my god. Yeah, it's a little bit too big. That's what I thought. Thought it would be. Then we'll just cut it down there a bit. I think that'll work. Come on. Yeah, that'll be fine. So I'm actually just going to glue it on now. And then come back and cut everything out. It's kind of cool. I like it, it's cute. And the nose, honestly, can we use a bit we've already got? It's a bit big, but that's fine. Cut it a bit there. Like that. Alright, there we go. That's a really basic one. It's nothing too crazy. I definitely think the skull should be bigger. Oh, I didn't do the teeth. Need the teeth, hey. Need the teeth. Alright. Literally just triangles. Nothing too difficult about it. That's it. Triangles, hey? That's what I love about Orc stuff. It's just so basic in its design. Oops. Oh my god, this is actually the difficultest part. Come on you get. This is really fiddly. I don't have my glasses on, so it's actually really difficult to see what I'm doing. And why don't I have my glasses? Because I'm an idiot. Alright. That will do for the teeth, nothing too difficult there. There we go. Actually, I do have one more bit of tool that definitely don't have to use for this, but I'm just going to cut the eye strap off with that. It's not the best tool to use, but for now, that will be good enough. There we go. We can just push that down with our finger. So that's it. I mean, yeah, it does need some tidy, but it's pretty nice. So I've just been making lots of these. I mean, the next thing you can do is then put rivets on it, but that's generally going to be fine. Yeah. Alright, that's it. That didn't take as long as I thought. But yeah, no, they're pretty cool. I like doing them. I think they're fun. It's just a really cool little project where you don't have to think too much. You can just do some stuff. So I think next time I'll probably base coat these and paint them up and do some cool stuff. Alright, that's where I'm going to leave it. Pretty quick video. I am out of here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for following along, and I will see you next time. Bye.